Okay, so we've got a new starter. This is a high torque starter from the Roadster factory, trying to support them after the fire. So we have this new high torque starter. This is the way it comes packaged. I have already built this jumper. So this has a built-in starter solenoid. And if you want to use that, then this is your solenoid trigger line. If you don't want to use that, then you energize the solenoid. At the same time, you energize the single post, and it grounds to the frame. So we're going to put this in and give it a whirl and see. This should make a huge difference. It comes with a page of instructions on how you configure this jumper if you're going to use the onboard solenoid or use the remote solenoid like original. And that's it. That's what comes in the box. About $250 as of the time I purchased it. So we're going to put this in and see if this engine will crank. Okay, so here we are. We've got the carburetors off. They've been off. This is on the right side of the vehicle if you're sitting in the driver's seat. This is where the starter was. This is a TR3A, and we looked down in there. It's really hard to see. Let me see if I can zoom down in there. I'll see if I can get another light. There are two different types of ring gears. There you go. You can see it. See the bolt right there? This is a bolt-on ring gear for this particular TR3A. So we needed to get the starter that works for a bolt-on ring gear. So our goal is to get the starter fish down in there. This is my light so you guys can see. Our goal is to get the starter fish down in there and bolt it in. And then we will come back when we have that done for you. Okay, there's the starter in place. We've got this bolt hand tight, and Luke's hand is down there. He's working on the lower one, which you have to get from underneath. There's his hand. So he's working on that, and then we're going to tighten him up. That's the way it places. Zoom out a little, and you can see how much room there is. It's a smaller body in length and diameter, and then it has this other portion that drops down below there, which there's plenty of room for that, even around all the exhaust. So we'll come back after we get this tightened up and we get the one electrical lead. So we're going to take the one lead off the solenoid. Here it is here. And that is the only connection that we need to make to it, because we have put that jumper wire to the trigger, the solenoid trigger. So when it energizes the starter, it will energize the internal solenoid in this starter. Okay, we've got the starter in. Both the bolts are tightened up. They're not torqued down, but they're tight. The post on the new starter is bigger than the post on the old starter, so we had to take the cable off, and we've drilled it out to the right size. We took it off the solenoid, and we've cleaned this up. The solenoid post, as you can see, is bent, so it's a little worse for the wear, but it's going to work for us for now. We're just trying to see if this engine will crank and circulate some oil in it, and then maybe we'll put some carburetors on and see how it goes. All right, so while we've got it up in the air, we're going to try to drain the oil and see what the oil looks like. This is Luke trying to do an oil change for the first time. This oil plug has not been off in years. You're going to have to hit it really hard.
I forgot how to use a ratchet.
Well, you know. All right, we knocked it loose for him. Now hold on, because that oil's going to come out of there. Let's get your pan ready. Now take the ratchet off and the socket, and now you unscrew it by hand.
Should I get a glove?
You can get a glove if you want, or you can just do it. We'll wipe your hands off when we're done. Probably going to be pretty thick and cold. It's pretty cold in here. Go get it. That is some slow-moving, cold oil.
It's very sticky oil.
That is slow and cold.
Well,
We will let that drain for a while. That's going to take a bit. And it doesn't look like there's a lot in there. Okay, here we go. So we've got a battery out of my big truck. This is out of a big Power Stroke diesel. It's one of the 12-volt batteries. We've hooked it up negative ground We've just got the post set on there and pushed on tight. And everything else is connected. So we're gonna go and try this starter button here. Let's see. Nothing. Try again. Nothing. Okay, that doesn't work. So that starter button doesn't work. It doesn't mean anything really. Now let's go under here and we'll try the remote solenoid. So this is the original solenoid with the push button. Let's try that. So that's turning. We are definitely turning this engine. It doesn't like it. Getting slower and slower. My guess is that oil is super thick and it does not like it. We just put that oil in. It is cold in here. It was about 20 degrees last night here, and that oil was 20 degrees. This car is 20 degrees. That battery, these connections aren't great. But it definitely cranks, and we got a couple of rotations there. What we need is a big booster pack to crank some more. But that's good. The next thing we can work on is checking for spark. I'd like it to spin a little faster. That's not real fast. All right, so here we are. We've got carburetors on, we've got linkage, throttle pedal, we've got an auxiliary fuel tank, we've got a big battery in it, and we've got the generator disconnected because we don't know how the generator is polarized. We are going to make this a negative earth car. So the starter solenoid over there, the push button doesn't work, but we're gonna jump it and we're gonna crank this. We know we have oil. Oh, the push button solenoid works. So we are cranking, it's spinning faster and faster. It's sounding better and better. I would say oil is circulating now. That sounds better and better as we go. Oil is definitely circulating. So we're gonna do this for like 20-second bursts every few minutes, and then we will get a spark going. We'll come back. All right, we're gonna crank again. We're in the dash here. We got no lights on. Here's the oil gauge. Let's see what kind of oil pressure we get. Go ahead and crank that. All right, that's 50 PSI oil. We have got good oil pressure. We are definitely moving oil. So now we are gonna get spark going and try to start this. Okay, that's pretty good. Fuel is off. Let's put the fuel on it. We might have a fuel leak over here. We also don't have functioning choke right now. Let's see. Let's actuate some throttle. Actually, the throttle pedal works. Let's try that. I want you to go sit in the driver's seat. Step on the gas.
On the gas? Are you sure?
Yep. Okay. Now let go of the gas.
Okay.
Now push the starter. Hang on. Now step on the gas. Push the starter.
With the gas on?
Yep. Try it again.
Oh!
Try it again.
I saw the RPM go.
Can you come over here and push this button?
Yeah.
You're going to push the button. It's on the back here. Okay. Go ahead.
Hold on, let me put on gloves.
Getting there. Getting there. Huh? What do you think? Our battery's low.